All aboard, folks! It's Morgoth the Barbarian here. Welcome to the fourth episode of our Central European Let's Play here in Railroad Tycoon 2. Just like last time, the challenge is to get as much money as possible, both personally and in company. Well, that former point is going to come into play because we got to get ourselves 15 million in that wharf in order to complete our gold. We got the cities, we got the book value. We just need to get $15 million, and we only have 9.5. That needs to be fixed. So we're going to try and get it right from the jump and then resume whatever it was we were doing. So, of course, you know what buttons to hit. And with that being said, before I start this off, we're going to do two things here. I'm going to raise the dividend here, and we're going to buy back some more stock to see if we can do it. And there we go. Now we got ourselves off to 12 million there, 11 million. All right, and then at this point forward, I'm just going to do some limited train building with what the current routes we have. Otherwise, I don't think we need to go too far. There's not going to be much building, at least right from the jump. Oh, that's great. That's great. Let's just cut off whatever economic health we're going to get. So the game's now going to try to screw with us the best it can. We could really do without that. Ugh. Alright. Okay, we got a new train to Mogul, so I'm going to wait till July hits. Which is right about now. And we're going to check on a few things here. Some industries that we could buy up. Potentially. I don't know if we can. Start over here. Yeah, I just want to check on a few industries throughout the map and just, see if there's anything we could buy up. As in, are we missing something? I'm not really seeing anything over here. Not seeing anything over here either. Oh, the dairy processor farm went away. Oh, that stinks. Oop, there we go. We have our first thing to get. Alright, there's a few more things. It looks like the granaries over here are pretty good. Oh, there we go. So you're probably doing good too. Oh yeah, you're doing fine. Lucrative, but I don't own it. Alright. So it looks like there's not much of anything else, if at all, we could get. What about the steel mill? Alright, that's fine. And then this. Okay, I think we're all set. I'll use whatever limited funds we have to buy up a few more things. So let's see. Well, that's coming back, so I don't think that'll work. Definitely do a train from Luxembourg to... Let's do Amsterdam here. We'll just send it right back. Easy enough. Let's see, we have excess cattle, so maybe sending it to... Man, we can just send Paris or Rotterdam. Well, let's do Paris. Sure, why not? I guess we'll send it to Brussels. Alright. Then we'll send the other one to Rotterdam. To stop in Nijmegen. Just to spread every... Oh, they don't demand anything. Okay, we can send it across the border to Dusseldorf. That's fine. Actually, wait a minute. Nope. No. Uh-oh, I forgot where we were sending this to. Uh-oh. Well, this is a little bit uncomfortable. Aha, there you are. I knew that we were sending it somewhere. I just couldn't figure out where. Technical difficulties, I guess. Oh, we have a ton of grain over here, so let's see. Oh, we have a granary in Hamburg. Maybe we can hit that up. I know it's cross-border trade technically, but I'm fine with that. I'll do 2. Except this other one, I'll send the Hanover instead. Okay, there we go. We have enough for 1 more, so maybe we'll send it to Nijmegen and Dortmund. Try to spread this out a little bit, too. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that handles that, as far as I can tell. Ah! There we go. I believe that is the first one of the game. Wonderful. There is no... Well, this actually works out, because there's none of that whatsoever. Alright, well, yeah. That pretty much takes out all the wool. We do have grain and sugar, so I can send this to Bristol. Ah, we ran out of cash. Ah, that's wonderful. Nope, not anymore. Yay. Give me that cash. Okay, there we go. What about the wool over here? Oh, there's still some. Okay, I got an idea. And Brighton has a port, so this will work out quite nicely. And grain, so if there's any to spare, we can send it over, but otherwise that's not necessary. Economy cooling. Don't do that to me, game. Don't do it. We may be forced to wait here. Of course, the economy has to collapse. And there goes our dividend, as we are just 700 in the hole now. We're going to have to hope the economy improves, because right now this is just not going to work. Our dividend's been cut off. Speaking of things that have been cut off, okay. All right, I want more money for trains here, so... You can do this. Send it all the way to Paris. And then there's a tool and die facility split about in here in Portsmouth, so there we go. I could do a double if I want to, so maybe we'll send it to London. And have it stop in Manchester. Okay. Just to spread it out. Nope, no. Okay, so there we go. That's all set. Yeah, I know the economy's falling off a cliff. What do you want me to do? Okay? What do you want me to do? Give me my dividend back, though, please. I don't think buying back stock is really good right about now, although it wouldn't be such a bad option. So we'll buy... We'll get the dividend back first, and then we'll worry about that. That seems to be the best case scenario for us. You know what? I'm gonna do... Well, alright, like I said, I want to get money to ourselves, but... Oh, okay, we have a new plant in Kingston Uptown Hall. Excellent. I don't know where to send the milk from. Norwich? Okay, we could try Norwich. Feed London, maybe. Alright, so let's see. There we go. That's just sitting back waiting to get fed. Alright. No more wool. Okay. There's a whole bunch of wool farms over here, but we'll leave it. I never really did check Italy. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we have a whole lot of grain, so what I'm going to do is, well, this has hills, so the Constellation's probably better. So let's move to Italy for a minute. Alright, so Bologna's all set. They got that rolling. And then, how about we get these wool farms? Because there is a slight opportunity. So I did say there would be some limited building in this situation, but not really, because I want to save myself for everything else. So the only place we could really send it to is Bologna. There is no port or anything either, so that is going to have to suffice for right now. We'll drop it off in Turin Junction. Turin, excuse me, and then it'll go right back to the nearby junction. Where is the nearest port? In Ancona. Okay. So Ancona has the nearest port, but that's a little bit too far out. There's a port 2 in Nice. Or Nice. Whatever you want to call it. Nice, nice, whatever. Speaking of things that are nice, at least that's trying to recover. I mean, there's that. I'm actually going to buy a little bit more. There we go. Try to make it worth our while. Speaking of which, we'll just buy back some more here, casually. I mean, I'm trying to wait for the economy to recover here. That's not what I wanted. What the hell, game? I said recover, not enter a recession and screw us over. There's a huge difference. My man, you gotta stop that. Alright, this is now lucrative. I said recover the economy, not crash it. Bruh, what are we doing here? I'm not pleased with this. Alright, Nijmegen's out of grain, huh? That's fine. I mean, there's a lot of industries we could buy up here, so that's fine. Oh, we'll take the steel mill. Steel mills are usually really good for profit anyways. So there is that. I wish we had one in the British Isles here. That would help us out a lot. I got to increase this a little bit more. Oh, great! Thank you, game. I always wanted a crashing economy. I love it. I hear it's nice this time of year. All right, we're going to have to wait till this bite goes through to even have a shot. We're still woefully short here. All right. Hopefully I don't have to do what I think I'm going to have to do in... All right. Well, highly annoyed, but it's a depression. What do you want me to do here? Jeez. They just expect too much out of me. And then there's that, but that's a whole different story. And there's some stuff here in Germany too, but there's not really. Okay. Also, Grebe has the mine there, but I don't gravel pit it, but I don't think we can send it really anywhere else. There's a second grain farm in the hills. That's nice. We can do it. Sure, why not? You know what? Do Bern first, just in case. Then we can do Milan Junction. And then ship it to Zurich. Okay, that works. Take advantage of it. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I'm an idiot. You know what? You see something wrong with this picture? Yeah, exactly. I think we need that. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think we need that. Okay, that's better. Game was like, really? Really? You're going to do that? Okay. I mean, not the best idea, but okay. You do you, buddy. And then we're like, oh. And then we'll do this too. All right, so 2 more trains. Okay, this is it now. Oh, we lost money. All right. I tried to hold out as long as I possibly could, but we may have to take measures into our own hands here. Praying this works. So I'm going to go on a stock buying barrage in December and pray the economy can come out of it. So I'm not going to really buy any more trains right now or do any track, but let's see what we get here. So we're waiting. Oh dear. Oh, please let there be an economic recovery. Okay. And stop. Okay, now I gotta buy up like crazy. Hang on. Oh, that's as far as we can go. Dang it. Are you kidding me? And no, we failed. Well, dang, that is unfortunate. So, unfortunately, we kind of, you know, screwed ourselves. Uh-oh. And we went bankrupt doing that. Ugh. Yep, we went bankrupt doing that too. That's wonderful. Redo. Again. How? All aboard, folks! Morgoth the Barbarian here. Welcome to the 4th episode of our Central European Let's Play here in Railroad Tycoon 2. Where the objective is quite simple. Get as much money as we can personally and company-wise. And today we're going to be focusing on the former because if we don't do it in 5 years, we will be out of luck. So we got to make sure we get that $15 million because we're only like 5 million short. So, of course, you know what buttons to hit here, the like and subscribe buttons. And with that being said, let's begin. And we got to figure out a way to get us some more money here. So that's the name of the game. So in order to do this, I'm going to try to... You know what? We got a lot of purchasing power. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here. And buy up some stock. You know what? Let's get it over with and see if the game will acknowledge it. Let's just get it right from the jump. We'll buy back some stock. Let's just try and get it right from the get-go. Okay, and I think we're all good. Give the game a little bit to try to settle it away. We do have it, but the game's not acknowledging it. I don't know if there's any kind of like victory condition that needs to be met or what have you. I don't get it. Game, we did it. We did it. I Hello, Earth the game, we did it. We got the 15 million. Hello. I'm getting screwed over. Hello. And we're back to 12. What the hell? All right. Try it in December here. I don't want to go into too much debt here. All right, try it now. There we go. I'm going to buy back some stock here. And that should do it. There you go. 15 million in personal net wealth achieved, and there we go. Okay, so it had to wait till the end of the year to check. Gotcha. Okay. So we got our gold, ladies and gentlemen. Mission accomplished. Yes, I want to keep playing. And, of course, we made the list for high score, so there you go. 240! I got screwed over. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So there we go. So now we did that. Mission accomplished. But I really don't want to... You know what? I'll leave it. I'm not going to buy any more stock, but we do need to get out of that hole. So that'll be a slow kind of burn at this point. I'll leave it here. So, mission accomplished. We managed to get gold, so now whatever score we get is multiplied by 3. And just a reminder of how this works. It's this right here, so it's currently 16 million, plus the book value. And now that's times 3, so that's about 190 million would be the score. That sounds okay, but then consider we got 13 billion in the last playthrough. Oh, and that doesn't even include the multiplier, too, so there's that, so... All right, so now what we gotta keep our eye on this, because right now, if the economy is currently good, but if that boom ends, this may turn into a bit of a problem. You know what? I really don't want to be 12 million in the hole. That was kind of just for show only, so... We'll leave it like that, and we'll try to pay ourselves for the dividend there. So I really don't want that to come back to hit us in the you-know-what. So we got to pay off that 4 million. You know what? I'm going to try it. Oh, dear. I'm not liking where this is going. There we go. Okay. So we'll just get rid of all of our margin stuff. That's perfectly fine where we sit. I'll buy back the stock a little bit just to make us feel better. That way we don't get margin called and get destroyed just in case the economy falls off a cliff and we're just screwed. Okay. So as long as this number doesn't go below 0, we're good. That's usually the sign of trouble, but we should be fine, and we're not getting margin called, so all's good. So back to the game for a minute. We're going to pause off. So we did what we needed to do here. Now, you know what? I'm going to save the game, too. So here's the deal. Now the goal is to get as much money as we can from 2025. So what I'm going to do now is start off with our train network and see if we can get any more trains here. And it looks like we can. So the goal is to try to build a few more trains, produce a bit more, and then we'll slowly get our network out. Yes, there will probably some expansion, but I'll do it on a country-by-country basis, basically. So let's start with the trains. I'm going to put it on 1. There is a granary out in Hamburg, so Nijmegen would be the first place I want to start. And we're going to use Moguls from this point forward. So I'm going to build 2 out in Nijmegen. We'll send it to 2 different German cities here. We have enough for 1 more. I saw 1 in Luxembourg, so maybe we can bring it to no. Cologne has 1, so I suppose we could build it there and send it to Dortmund. That'll work. I'm trying to stay away from cross-border trade if I can, but sometimes it'll be unavoidable. I'm sorry to say. So if so, it is what it is. The cattle we have a lot of. Suppose we can send 1 to Rotterdam and 1 to Paris. That would be fine by me. Like I said, as much as I want to avoid cross-border trade, I can't really avoid it at all costs, so it is what it is if we have to engage in it. Brussels does need food. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, so that takes care of the... Well, almost. We got 1 more. The distances are nice and long. You know what? Hang on for 1 minute. Ah, that's wonderful. But you were able to do that. All right, whatever. You know what? Oh, there we go. Okay. This works. Build another small little line there. Kind of help out. Kind of help out with traffic a little bit. You can go to Le Mans. Yeah, that should help out with traffic. I think the AI knows enough to send it over that way, so it is what it is. All right. We got some excess wool in Luxembourg here, so I believe there's one in Amsterdam. Oh, yeah. So Luxembourg will have another new train. All right, I think this handles this area. Not over here. You have excess wool and grain. The wool, I think I can send to Antwerp and be perfectly fine. As long as the man needs goods, which it does. Okay. Hold on. It does not need grain. That's what I was looking at. Okay, that is all set, and we could send another grain train over to Le Mans. No, start over here. You don't, because it would look very awkward if I did that. Hold on. All right, there we go. So that handles the stuff out of Boulogne-sur-Mer. Very lucrative, and I don't own it, and you're lucrative too. We gotta have those. The steel mills are very profitable. We gotta have those, man. We just gotta have those. I think our bridge over here is holding out just fine. That's another thing to keep our eye on for this area, is this bridge right here. I may have to build a second one to kind of help with traffic, but good luck. Okay, the dividend is okay if it gets suspended. I know that sounds strange, but they don't need food anymore. Maybe Paris does. All right. We'll go over to Britain here in just a minute, because I believe that's where we need to go towards next. Okay. We have a sugar mill not being utilized. So as we move over to Britain now, and check on their networks. Alright, we've got that. That's looking good. Yeah, because we spent all our money trying to buy some industries. I mean, there's no shame in that. We ran out of money, speaking of which. You know what? Now, since we completed all of our goals, I can issue some stock. I'm fine with doing that. Get money now to make money later. And it's all fine. All right. What is the wool like over here? Barely functioning. I'll take this too. We don't have the money for that. So I do have to speed up the game just a smidge. Because we no longer... Oh. I'll take that too. Oh, we got... Okay, so we can do stuff with this coal thing. So let's take advantage of this. This is the key one right here. I believe we also need to do something further south, too, in Italy, once we get a chance. So Paris is the only place we can send this to. And then I'm going to send it to Portsmouth. And it'll just come back to Liverpool. And then do it again, but I believe there's one in London, and I'll drop it off in Manchester, just to spread it out a little bit. Although I could send it over to Brighton, too. They've got a, thing. Alright. It sucks that the steel mill is all the way out there. And if we had one here in Britain, that'd be awesome, but we don't. So maybe that changes in the future. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Meanwhile, let's go down here for a minute. Did I mess up over here? It feels like I did. Oh, we definitely have a lot to unload. Alright, so we can do a lot over here. I don't think there's much being utilized. I don't think we even have any trains over here. We might have to turn this to double track, depending on the traffic, but... do a couple more over here as we move down to through the Alps into Italy and check on everything here. They do have one in Bologna, so I suppose we could send it there. Oh, I didn't want the Mogul. Oh, dang it. All right. That's on me. I screwed up. All right. Yeah, I want constellations for the mountains. That would be the best case scenario. They handle things a lot better. Actually, if you want to send it to Zurich, that works too. All right. And then finally, we got to get that rolling. So let's see. Bern gives us iron. You give us coal. Verona has a nearby steel mill we can hop into. And I believe Zurich has a tool and die facility. And actually, I think we still have enough to supply both. So we'll do a second one. I should probably upgrade this track then, if that's the case. All this, by the way, adds book value, so I don't mind doing it. So I'm just going to upgrade this whole track to stubble. At least get it to there. I'll just leave the single on Berlin and Bern, excuse me, in Zurich. I think Berlin is that way, this way, buddy. Oopsies. Apparently I don't know my geography. My bad. All right. Okay, Bologna has an excess of grain, so we can do another constellation over here. Genoa is the only place that has the stuff. There we go. And finally, we have these extra wool farms over here. I want to grab them. I'll have to wait till the year goes through. All right, so hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, our net wealth took a tank. Got tanked, but to be fair, that was my own doing, not the game's. I'm okay with that for right now. So let's see. We need all three of these. So there we go. Now we got a small little... we got the wool farms over here. There's only one place we could send them to, and that's Bologna. Turin, we can drop the goods off there. There is a port outside of Nice. Or Nice. I don't know what it is. It's probably a French pronunciation. There's a port in Ancona, too, but I don't know. You know what? Now that we're actually focusing on the money again... well, first off, give me back my dividend, game. You can't take that from me. Second off, I suppose I should come back and get stock if I can buy it. I would do a margin, but so be it. I suppose now is the time to start connecting other places, so I don't mind. One from Ravenna here. Dodging this iron mine. We'll try to build along the coast. Going through... wait, what is that? Hold on a minute. What is this? So apparently the Italians didn't want this part of their land. Okay, that makes 100% sense. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, man. Yeah, they're like, screw that. We don't want it. Ancona is all set. I suppose now we can go back to this and dump the goods off in Ancona, which makes 100% sense. Speaking of Ancona, I should probably have another passenger network going. We'll just do it up to Verona, Turin. I'm not going to do anything fancy here. I've already got enough as it is. The only other city along the coast is Pescara, which has absolutely nothing. I mean, there's just some iron mines over here, but it has absolutely nothing. Although, if I was smart, I would first replace this train because that scared the holy crap out of me. I think that's the first one we've had all game. But mostly get this coal thing that's over here, too. There's some iron. There's a steel mill. I think you know where I'm going with this, if you know how this works. Let me see if I can get the coal thing that's over here. Oh, that's just wonderful. Ugh. Ouch. Game, what are we doing? All right. Rather than having to deal with the intense grades that come with this. Although, you know. No, never mind. Because I don't feel like dealing with the intense grades that come with this. Oh. Really? Okay, that works, but I don't know. You know what? Close enough. There might be a small grade on that, but you know what? It is what it is. The distance really isn't that bad. We have an iron mine over here in Angola Junction. Okay. Ancona Junction, excuse me. Oopsies, mispronounced it. And we do have a tool and die facility in Venice, so this will work in Ravenna. So this actually works out quite nicely. So Constellation for the small hill that's over there. We'll start in Venice Junction. Move to Ancona Junction. There's a steel mill in Verona. I would send it to the one in Ravenna or Ravenna, and then it goes to Venice where it will return home. There should be enough for a second one. Actually, so now we're going to flip this around. Start in Ancona Junction. You're going to head towards Venice Junction. Verona, again, has the steel mill, so that's where we need to go. Venice gets the call for here, and I could send it anywhere I want, so Bologna seems like a good spot. Wait, no! Ancona! Hello! They have a port there, buddy. You might want to send it there. Yeah, especially if you're starting in Ancona Junction. Okay, me, calm down. You're clearly not doing this correct. Oh, Milan has one too! I totally forgot. I completely forgot, but we're going to need to do that in order to make this work. I'll tell you what, we'll spread this out a little bit. Okay, sorry, Verona, you're off the clock. Venice. We'll send it to this newly acquired steel mill in Milan now, but keep everything the same, and there you go. There we go, fixed it. I forgot we had a steel mill here. Hey, don't rob my stuff. What the hell, game? It's not funny. There we go. And now our net worth is slowly returning. Alright, there is actually another one, but I don't think we have the production needed for that. So there we go. Is this doing fine? No, but we do have enough for more for... Alright, hold on. There we go, we'll get that set up from... Up, and the economy is no longer booming. Oh, here we go. So we got that personal net wealth thing in time. Had we had waited, we probably would have had to have dealt with it, and that wouldn't have been good, to say the least. We have so much excess grain here, it's not even funny. So I'm going to build like 2 more trains here. So let's see, we'll do 1 to Zurich. And then we'll do another one to Ravenna on the other end. Wait, no, I don't think that's... Wait. Yeah, Ravenna's the one that needs it. Okay, and you can stop in Verona on the way back. There we go. Okay. There we go. Spend some more of this grain that we've got over here. Okay, we are flush in cash again, so I think it only makes sense to... Well, first off... I think we... You know what? We'll increase the dividend just slightly, but don't overdo it. I don't want to especially if the economy is beginning to begin to slip here. And everything else appears to be looking good. You're probably heading back for wool. Yep, okay, so we don't need to do that, so... All right, everything is looking great. We got another dairy processor over here. All right, so that's all set. All right. So what else can we do here while we're waiting? So I guess the next question opportunity, let's see, as I'm looking around here. What country... Now, okay, let's wait for the year to go through here. All right. So we're basically done with trains at this point. So now the question becomes, what country do we want to invest our money into? We've got a couple of opportunities here. A couple of ways we could play this. Italy does still have some opportunity. Let's see. Just a scout. We have 1 milk dairy farm, but with no processing unit, I don't feel comfortable. And eventually the game's going to yell at me and say you can't ship raw milk to X. So there's that. There is another port we could send to Nice, or Nice, or whatever you call it. Again, I'm probably going to get called out in the comments section, but I don't care. Anyways, there is plenty over here in Italy. So that's one spot we could send it to. And we can even sneak across the border. Marseille, I got that one. It's still fine. So that's one option. And we can even hit Trieste, too. I'm not sure about all the other cities. Let's see, just to scout here. This is now Austria-Hungary. Trieste has a grain thing. We got cattle here in Rijeka. We have our existing network over in Zagreb, but, well, there is a reason why we came for the Alps and not, this. Although we could do this mountain pass too, and there's Salzburg to hit up. So it's not the end of the world as long as we can cross this river over here. Well, actually, we would have to intersect it over here and move and build a new train line to go through this river mountain pass to hit up our current line. I can tell you that right now. Oh, yeah, the safest route is here, but this looks like a doozy for a grade, so there's that. So I'm not going to even entertain that thought. Split has a port. Dunbrovik has a sheep farm. Titograd has a cattle yard and a big grade. I don't like that either, so that's out of the question. Speaking of Austria-Hungary, there is, of course, a lot of plains, but a lot of distance. So far, Italy looks like the favorite. As I look through northern Austria-Hungary and this little bit of Russia, which is technically Poland, but we're not acknowledging Poland's existence in this one. Screw you, Poland! Just kidding. There's nothing there. Germany looks like it has more agriculture. There is a lot of steel mills over here in this area of Germany, but the materials to get them from is just a little far away. Kiel has a grain silo. Rostock has ports. And then we've already done Britain, so as we look at the rest of France, once again, there's more spreading out here. We could certainly do something with the, it looks like we could do something with our steel mill out in Paris, which is kind of booming. Bourges has a iron mine. Where's the nearest coal facility? Out in the French Alps, and one and a couple outside of Toulouse. Okay, so we have quite a few opportunities that I'm excited for. So I think the best spot for us is actually two areas. Italy is where I really want to connect to, so we'll do the Italian network next. But first, I want to hit up this. We got coal over here, we got iron, we got a tool and die facility, and a steel mill that's absolutely doing great. But it's getting materials from England, so it's a little far. I think you know where I'm going with this. So I want to get the Bourges first. So without crossing this river, let's see if we can get there. Actually, we got to cross this one at bare minimum. Can we do it? Nope, the game is telling me to go screw. That's kind of what I expected. All right, whatever. As long as we do that. Let's see if we can build a station out here. We will have to go large. That's not what I want to be doing, but okay, yeah, that works. All right, Bourges will get the large station. Sure, why not? Get all that. I probably should upgrade my stations too, not for nothing. So I want to get this now to Toulouse. That's the objective now. Trying to be mindful of every grade here. I see a little mountain pass we could go through. Right about here. The grading isn't bad, and as long as I can snake it through these mountain passes, we're good. Actually, we don't even need to connect. That's right, I forgot. In this scenario, you do not need to connect anything to existing tracks, so I could get away with doing that, and as long as I don't see any red grades, I'm fine leaving it as is. Alright. So we make it to Toulouse easy. Another large station isn't required. I'll build another roundhouse, just since it's so far out in the way. We got that part, but as you can see, we still have not got what we came here for, although there are some iron mines. So what I'm going to do now, that goes that way. Since there's no steel mill out in Toulouse, I don't see a point in building that way. Oh, okay, well, at this point it doesn't really matter. We could just do that. And since I'm getting 2, we might as well go for 2. All right. I like going for 2. There we go. So we got that. So now let's build the adjoining stations here. All we need to do is that right there. And as long as we're getting them, we're all fine. Look at that. There is another one over here. Actually, I kind of lied. We do need a connection this way. It just dawned on me that how else is... Alright, there we go. I don't think we need to do that for the main line. Although, if we do, yeah, you know what we do. Never mind. We probably should, just in case we bring it back. Now, this one, I think we can just connect. No, but I do need a medium station. All right, that's okay. It's an extra 50K, but that's fine. Everything's fine. This will be worth it. And now you kind of see what I'm doing here. So, all right. Actually, the Mogul is better on hills. It just dawned on me. Okay, so we will be using this one. It's a little bit better on those hills. So let's see. But Toulouse? Wait a minute. No! Game, calm down. All right. Borges Junction. We'll grab the iron. So Paris, and then Borges has a goods, and I can just send it to Toulouse, and that settles that. Set the game speed to 1. So Toulouse is all set. I ideally want to do 4 here. So we'll do Borges Crossing to start us off. Bring it down to Toulouse Crossing, LOL. Once again, the Paris steel mill will take it. We'll get all of this. That's the only steel mill that's close. This one's going to go up and take advantage of the tool and die facility up here, and we can just send this back to Borges, which is the nearest city. All right, that's simple enough. We're going to do it again. We're going to build 2 more. Borges Junction gets this one. Paris gets this. Once again, more fun to Bologna's. Try to keep it in France as much as we can here, and then Borges gets this. It's a Toulouse crossing that still doesn't have it. Okay. So Toulouse crossing gets the coal. Pick up some iron on the way to Paris. Now we hit up Borges this time. Send it back to Toulouse, and there's the caboose that sends it back. Okay, so everything looks great. And finally, because I realize it needs to be done, 2 more passenger lines. One to start in Le Mans to go to Borges and Toulouse. And then 1 more that starts in Toulouse, goes to Borges, not you, and then hits up Paris, and we'll do all of those. Okay, so that works out beautifully. That steel mill is definitely going to be hopping. It's a shame there isn't a second steel mill, because there's actually a tool and die facility in Paris, but we can't do anything with it for various reasons. Doesn't that figure? What else is new? Okay, anything else? Can't do anything with the grain. There is a cattle facility sitting outside of Paris here, so I wouldn't mind getting that, I suppose. All right. There we go. Yeah, we'll leave it. All right. So this one I'm actually going to send to Toulouse. This one first. You can stop in Borges. Keep it in France. There we go. Because remember, Paris is technically its own city, so that's kind of it's kind of its own country, which stinks. That's the one annoying thing about this scenario, is that you have to be mindful of the fact that the hubs are their own territory. Otherwise, we will be kind of playing ourselves there. There is no wool. Well, there is some wool over here. Do we have a nearby... You're telling me I have to send it all the way up to Antwerp? By the way, give me that. Are you lucrative too? Yeah, give me that too. Okay, so the game is now going to yell at me for sending unprocessed milk. That's exactly what I thought would happen. I know our revenue and profit are going off a cliff. To be fair, there is an economic depression, not like there isn't one. Actually, this might not be a bad time to buy back some stock. I'll slowly do that, too. It's probably going to be some stuff that I don't have that's lucrative. Oh, there's another steel mill, but it's all the way in Amsterdam. That doesn't help. Especially when everything is just so darn far. This is, oh, very lucrative, but I don't own it. Ah, brilliant strategy. You're lucrative, but I don't own you. Another build, more brilliant strategies. This is going great. I don't see anything else. Oh, very lucrative, but it's clearly not owned by me. What are we doing? I bet you the coal is lucrative, too. Oh, yeah, give me that. Give me all this. I want it all. All right. Industry profits are good for Morgoth. All right, we ran out of money. Okay, so we got what we needed here. So now, is there anything else before I take a pause on this scenario for the next episode? We'll deal with Italy next episode. Don't worry, we'll get there. Not until, let's see, from a small industry standpoint, we do have a grain silo on the way. Okay, I suppose we can take that, sure. Suppose if it's along the way, we can grab it too. I don't see why not. At some point, I am going to have to start throwing in, like, warehouses and saloons and post offices to help us out a little bit. I have been completely ignoring that whole setup, but for good reason. Brussels, we can send it to Le Mans. Sure, why not? Alright, so there we go. I know Brussels is technically across the border, but that's fine. Okay. We still have more space for cattle or no? Okay, I don't want to overdo it. I'll worry about Germany some other time. All right, let's see. Britain looks good. I know we can't supply the diesel. Where would we send it to? That's the other thing. We have nowhere to send that diesel, I'm afraid. So that would be the other problem there. There's another coal facility. I wish we had a steel mill. That would be sick if we got one. Meanwhile, Plymouth has this random grain silo, but there's nothing that we can supply it with. Suppose if we... Oh, dear! We ran out of cash. What happened? Oh, boy. I did not see that coming. Oh, boy. I wanted to build the Plymouth, too, and then the game was like, not yet, buddy. All right. Well, now we can. Turn this on here. Yeah, there's nothing in Plymouth for us, so that's not going to help. Although, I'll build that out just in case one day I do want to go over to Plymouth. But we don't need Plymouth itself since there's really nothing there. I mean, oof. Alright, game resume, and we'll just build... Cardiff isn't being used. We'll go over there. There we go, we got that all set up. That's heading for Cardiff right now, and we're off. Yeah, just one lonely house. I feel bad for whoever lives here. It's like, I have absolutely nothing. Oh, man. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. That stinks. That's just a shame. Now, if I really wanted to, I could really grab these wool farms, too. These sheep farms. Nah, we have no money, I'm afraid. The economy decided to take a turn for the worse, which sucks. It doesn't really affect us on a personal net wealth. Again, I know we suck. We went from 15 million to 4 million. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it was one that had to be endured. It's not my fault the economy is crashing, so... Yeah, it says it's normal, but the reality is the economy is beginning to fall apart a little bit here, and the profits are beginning get a little bit iffy, so... I'm okay with this, but we got what we came here for. Mission accomplished. We got our gold medal. So now any score we get is multiplied by 3, and at this point it's just a matter of expanding out our network. So I think for next time we'll take a trip over to Italy and try to get our network filled up here. We're going to do this on a country-by-country basis, and I think Italy is the very first place we should start. We'll do the rest of France afterwards. Maybe build up some more here in Britain as we get these wool farms. I really wish there was a steel mill over here in Britain, but we don't have access to one, so... It is what it is, so now we're going to enter the 20th century portion of our playthrough after this, so... Anyways, mission accomplished. Thank y'all so much for watching. You know what buttons to hit, and I will see you on the next stop. Peace out, y'all.